Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 2 of my Swansea City FIFA 16 career mode. Now in this episode we're going to be playing the next round of the pre-season tournament, taking on PSV, which should be actually a pretty good game. I'm not really sure, would you say they're a better side than Swansea? I'm not really sure, but I mean they're in Champions League and that sort of stuff. They've got a lot of good young players, which I wouldn't mind rating them, to be honest with you. But in terms of our own side, we're pretty much playing some of the stronger sides that we can put out. If you take a look at the side that we've got here, Valdez making I think his second appearance. Isgrove, I think this is his first appearance there. And I just want to mention that in terms of the formation, I'm still not sold. I'm still not sold on the formation. I know you did use it towards the back end of last season, and that sort of was the way to get the most out of our side. But we were pretty consistent with it, and up until that point of trying out that formation, we were pretty average, to be honest with you. But I kind of feel like something just feels like it's missing, especially after playing Ultimate Team for a while and coming back to career mode. It definitely feels like the Ultimate Team I was onto something in terms of being able to pass through the middle and that sort of stuff rather than hit the wings like I had planned to in here. But we are going to try and persist for it just for the time being, although you'd think that now would be the time considering pre-season tournaments. And we've got a Community Shield coming up against Chelsea, seeing as we won the FA Cup. Now what I didn't mention was earlier they hit the crossbar, I think it was, so we were pretty lucky to not concede. But we were, and that wasn't like that guy right there, Correa. He's still on loan for us from Atletico Madrid. I believe we have something like an 11 million, 10 million buyout clause. I don't know the exact amount, but that's we do have an option to buy once the loan has ended, and we'll be looking to do that. Now Isgrove, we brought him in for, I think it was 6 million, 6.5 million, something like that. It was only last episode, but hasn't had too much. He hasn't done too much in this game. You see, possession wise, we're getting we're getting smashed. They've had 52% of the ball, so it is quite even, but I like to have a lot of possession. Now Ashley Williams got red carded there, and I should have just bit the bullet and conceded the goal, because now I've just completely screwed my side. Not only are we probably going to concede a goal, but we're down to 10 men, which is just terrible, and Valdez cannot save it. So yeah, they end up equalising there. 1-1, it was to be expected. And obviously it is the pre-season tournament, so I think it goes extra time possibly. I'm not exactly sure, but that's good work there by Davies, but he gives away a free kick in the meantime, so maybe not so good. And Guardado, whatever his name is, he ends up scoring a beautiful goal. That was absolutely beautiful, a left foot, but at the same time, when you look at that replay right there, it does suggest otherwise, it being a beautiful goal rather than being a blunder by Valdez. It was near enough straight at him. So I was I wasn't a little bit, I was very frustrated. And not because we can see the goal. I don't really care about this international cup or whatever. It's more the fact that we've just went and paid big dollars. We've given him a big contract to to come to the club, and so far his performances have been quite lackluster. Anyways, Rafinha, looks like we're gonna be able to maybe get him on loan eventually. They didn't want to have a full-on permanent deal at the end there, but a loan deal should be possible. Routledge also looking like leaving, and another player we're looking at is Joe Allen. Now the reason for Joe Allen is the fact that he used to play for Swansea and he's Welsh, and I'd love to bring in a lot of the Welsh players. I think Isgrove was one of them as well. I think he's Welsh, and that was a big reason for me going after him. Now Rudiger has a year left on his contract. He's a centre-back we're looking at. Kazuki Honda, we've obviously talked about him before. Now first offer to Joe Allen was like 4 million. Second one we're going back with about 5.25, I think. Now Frank Tabanu, we started off last season with him actually, but he just hasn't been performing as of late, and he's ended up with a pretty good offer by Leicester. Now Routledge has left. We got about a little bit over 2 million put into the budget from his sale. We don't get all of it. I'm going in again for Joe Allen. I think that offer was accepted, but now we just offer the contracts, and I'm not really sure whether to bring in him permanently. Being said there, Tabanu, we asked for 4 million there, and they have said that they will match it, which is actually really good for me. Now in terms of centre backs, I feel like we've sold Kyle Bartley and that sort of stuff. He wasn't great, we didn't use him, but he was there just in case, and we need another player to come in. And I was tossing up between this Lorente, I think his name was Velasquez, something like that. Now both ratings wise pretty similar, age pretty similar. Another one with Jonathan Tah. You can see here we're going to put in an offer for him. The only thing I had to remember was that first up we got Correa, like I said, about 10 million. We need to keep that spare for him. Even Zuccolini as well is another like 4 million or so. And you see Rangel considering retirement at the end of the season, and Suso is another one we're going after, and he definitely would fit the system that I've got right now. Yeah, just it's easy to say going and bring in these centre backs for big money, that sort of stuff, or just go and sign some more depth. But the fact is, it says we've got 20 million or whatever, but it's still not that much. It really isn't a lot to work with. Bring in a few players, wages, that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's not a lot. So we're looking for those bargains. We're looking for those centre backs who, the sporadic players, the 1 year's left, the players who aren't really going to be getting a lot of game time. Maybe bring them on loan. And Velasquez right here, sporadic first team player, wages aren't very high. And that's the reason we're going to sort of just stall on this Joe Allen transfer. 70 grand for a player who I think John Joe Shelvey, and if you have a look, John Joe Shelvey's there in the centre mid position, and I'm happy with him. Joe Allen can do a similar job, but Shelvey's got less wages and that sort of stuff. So I'd rather have have him there. And Nathan Dyer, we wanted probably more than it's not. I don't really have a spot for Nathan Dyer, to be honest, and I probably should have just taken an offer for 6 million or so, but we asked that little bit extra and it didn't really work out. Now Tabanu obviously has been sold. We've got extra money in, and with all these little sales, not getting any huge major sales, but just getting those little sales here and there, and they'll all add up, let's be honest. 4 million here, 2 million there, that sort of stuff. So yeah, no more people coming into the team, but we're definitely working to bring in some more people, but we didn't have time to get them in. Taking on Chelsea right here, and that is a really good lineup. Piazon, I don't think he's like a normal player for them. I wouldn't think he would be playing for them week in, week out, but I don't know. I think Hazard ended up leaving them for like Barcelona last season, if I remember correctly. But Oscar finds himself through on goal here, and he should be finishing that, and he gets the post. So that's terrible stuff there from Oscar, let's be honest. Straight up, that was absolutely terrible from Oscar. He should have finished that one every day of the week there, but there hasn't been too many highlights. Now, I think due to the formation, it is a very attacking formation, but it's something where it just doesn't feel natural, so it's hard for us to get opportunities, but we are pretty sound in the back there. But I think it was Costa, or maybe it was Oscar again, took another shot. So only the 2 highlights of the first half, and both of them came to Oscar. So he's actually been pretty dangerous, but at the same time, just those final shots aren't great. And that's the third one from Oscar. Just that was completely nowhere near it, but I thought it would share it just because there hasn't been too many highlights in the game now. Diego Costa this time turning into, he's actually been a bit of a playmaker, but Oscar takes another shot, and this time it hits the post. That's the second time, or actually it was crossbar this time, but second time the woodwork has denied him. Second time was actually a lot more impressive in my opinion. But right here, I think it was Correa ends up on the ball. I don't know who did the initial run, but that's a nice little shot there by Correa. Sigerson looking for the follow-up, and it goes out for a corner there, and nothing ended up eventuating from that corner. But see, Lopez, we're starting to get back into the game, starting to create some chances. I don't think we changed anything in the formation or anything. I think it was just sort of a change of mentality, went a bit more attacking. Now, Carlos Eduardo, I'm not really enjoying him, using him at the moment, and that could be down to his rating. I mean, after all, he is a 75 rated, which suggests he's probably not one of the better players. We should probably look to stroke from that cam position, and we're looking to strengthen that. Rafinha, hopefully coming in from Barcelona on a loan deal. Unfortunately, we actually did offer a short-term loan deal, which a little bit of an error. I didn't actually mean to do it, but let's just we're just gonna have to go with it, have to deal with it, and hopefully we can bring him in. Now, Chelsea had a chance to steal it late, but it is 0-0, and we are going to penalties straight away. I believe it is for the Community Shield. So yes, you can see here it is penalties. They've got Begovic in goal, we've got Valdez in goal, so wasn't really sure what to expect here, and straight down the middle we went, and they saved it. So right from the get-go, we're on the back foot here. Fabregas went straight down the middle as well, except we dived. Now, next up is Gabriel, who came on pretty late, and he has his shot saved. It actually was a great penalty in my opinion, but it was just a great save by Begovic as well. Now, they go down the middle for the second time in the row, and 2-0 down really, and Shelvey ends up having his save as well. So we have not converted a penalty, which was very, very frustrating, because I was like, man, Community Shield would be nice to win, but as you can see there, Diego Costa ends up slotting the third goal for them, so they win 3-0 on penalties. It was a great performance by Begovic. Actually, like, none of our penalties were actually that bad, just more of him making some good saves. But you can see stats-wise, it says Chelsea really should have won, and I mean, let's be honest, they hit the post twice, so I mean, I can't say we're unlucky, because we weren't. We're probably lucky to have that scoreline, the 0-0 scoreline going into extra time, or into penalties I should say, to even give us a chance at properly winning, because we weren't really looking like scoring ourselves. Now, we're still looking at centre-backs right for the moment. Jonathan Tah, Llorente, and Velasquez are who we're trying to sign. Now, Llorente, we are able to possibly sign him on loan with an option to buy for 1.8 million, and it definitely I'm definitely interested in it. But our offer for Velasquez, I think it was like 2.25 million, something like that, was accepted. And you know, he's 22, offering him 35,000 for a 4-year deal. And I think he should accept that, and it'd be a great depth for us. Now, Jefferson Montero looking for a new contract, and I wasn't really sure at the moment because he's a winger. I'm not really digging the wingers at the moment, considering swapping it. And Shelby did end up signing an extension, or he is going to sign an extension there. 60,000 is what he's asking for, and Rafinha has joined us on loan, which is really, really nice. Now, Suso, we're looking at signing him. He fits in well with what I think, you know, we're trying to go for in the future. And there's Velasquez. We have, you know, finally confirmed the transfer, and that is where the video is going to actually end. We've brought in a few new people. Not the best episode in terms of results. I think we actually need to do a fair bit of work to beat any sort of force in the Premier League, especially with them wanting a top 4 finish. But I'm pretty confident that we can find what's not working and hopefully fix it. Now that's where the video is going to end. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke and YT, Facebook page in the description below, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye guys.